I had the chance to try out and fly the new AC-130 Gunship, or Titan 250D as it's called in-game, in gtaonline. And as we all know, Rockstar's track record with big planes in gtaonline is just flat out horrible. The Bambushka sucks, the Alknos and Volatile are both underwhelming to say the least. So when I saw they were adding in another big plane based off of the AC-130 Gunship, I was very skeptical. However, after trying it out for a couple of hours, I can confidently say that this is one of the coolest and most fun vehicles that they've ever added to gtaonline. It blew me away, no pun intended, when I was using it. Just the amount of new aspects they had to make for this aircraft alone is astounding. We're used to gtaonline at this point getting recycled content, you know, they're working on GTA 6. Obviously, a lot of stuff is going to be recycled and reused from already existing things. But the Titan 250D is on another level. A lot of the stuff on it is completely new. So obviously there are the three cannon types, the 105mm that creates a massive explosion, the 40mm is the middle tier, and the fast-firing 25mm gun. Each gun type has its own unique camera and reticle with its own UI for the ammo count. 105mm you get 1 shot before having to reload, 40mm you get 5, and 25mm you get the 30 before having to reload it. As a gunner, you can quickly swap between the three gun types with the right and left bumpers. It's more akin to swapping between the Avenger seats. It's instantaneous. I guess I shouldn't say seats, more like gun cameras. But here is the real amazing thing about this aircraft that might be a selling point for many people. As the pilot, you are able to use the 40mm gun. So it's not just an aircraft that is pointless if you're solo, that you need friends in order to use correctly like most of the other planes, like the Bambushka for example. You can actually use one of the guns as the pilot. And what's even cooler is that when you are in the gun camera as a pilot, the aircraft will pilot itself and maintain your altitude. It has autopilot. Alternatively, as the pilot, if you hold down X or square on PlayStation, you can do a quick view of the gun camera to see what your gunners see, and adjust the flight angle accordingly. You also still have access to countermeasure use while in the gun camera as the pilot while it's flying in autopilot. They really went above and beyond with this aircraft. I could not believe it. A few years back, I made a mod for the Bambushka that turned it into a gunship like this, but this AC-130 or Titan 250D just takes that concept and makes it even better. My only critique that I have is that I think the pilot should be able to also swap between the other guns as well. I mean, why not? The functionality is there. Maybe it would be OP, but I don't think it would be that OP. Come on. At the very least, though, it's not entirely useless as a solo player. It's good you do get access to at least one of the guns. In terms of its handling, I haven't checked the game files to see if it's exactly the same as the Titan's handling, but it feels just like the standard Titan, just if the standard Titan had upgrades to it. It's way faster and more agile than the Bambushka, that's for sure. You notice that right away when flying it. And for the armor, I'm not sure how accurate this really is because of the way these are spawned in. These aren't personal aircraft, so it took 7 RPGs with no one inside of it here, which means that it would be on track to tank a whole lot more homing rockets and explosive rounds. But again, I'm not sure if this would change as a personal vehicle version. I know they have things running in the background like scripts that determine armor as well. I believe it was spawned in through the creator or something. I'm not exactly sure how that process goes. I also don't know if it had any armor upgrades on it applied to the creator. I have no idea. But it's definitely more tanky than the Bambushka, I know that much. I will now leave you to some raw gameplay of the Titan 250D in action so you can enjoy it in all of its glory, listening to the sounds and just getting a feel of what it's like. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Are you excited for this to launch? It's probably going to come out sometime in March whenever the Part 2 update comes out. I know there's a lot of other stuff in the game files that they have planned to, most likely to launch alongside the AC-130. But I was absolutely shocked that they finally made a big plane good. It's so much fun. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the footage.